Why does a trust need a tax EIN? Have you ever wondered why a trust needs a tax identification number, often called an employer identification number? This number plays a vital role in managing trusts, especially when it comes to estate planning and tax obligations. Let's break it down. A tax identification number is a unique 9-digit number assigned by the Internal Revenue Service. It serves a similar purpose as a Social Security number but is specifically for entities like trusts. This number helps the Internal Revenue Service track tax filings and payments related to the trust. So, why is this number necessary for trusts? First, trusts often need to file tax returns. If a trust generates income, such as from investments or rental properties, it must report that income to the Internal Revenue Service. To do this, the trust requires a tax identification number. Now, not all trusts are the same. For example, revocable trusts, also known as living trusts, usually do not need a tax identification number while the grantor is alive. The grantor can report the trust's income on their personal tax return using their Social Security number. However, financial institutions may still ask for a tax identification number for administrative reasons. Once the grantor passes away, the trust becomes irrevocable, and a tax identification number is then required. On the other hand, irrevocable trusts cannot be changed once they are established. The grantor gives up control over the assets in these trusts. Because of this, a tax identification number is mandatory for irrevocable trusts to manage tax obligations and financial transactions. Now let's talk about practical applications. To open a bank account in the name of the trust, a tax identification number is essential. This account is crucial for managing trust assets and distributing funds according to the trust's terms. When it comes to tax filings, trusts that earn income must file tax returns using Form 1041. The tax identification number is required to identify the trust on these forms. In the realm of estate planning, trusts are often used to minimize estate taxes and ensure smooth asset distribution. Having a tax identification number helps maintain the trust's financial records and meet tax obligations. This is vital for effective estate tax planning. In summary, a trust needs a tax identification number to manage its financial and tax affairs efficiently. This is particularly important for irrevocable trusts and any trust that generates income or conducts financial transactions. Obtaining a tax identification number is a fundamental step in ensuring that trusts operate legally and effectively, aligning with the broader goals of estate planning and tax management.